Hey, and welcome back to Contour with Callie. I have a 9-minute workout for you today with the use of a Pilates block. Be sure to do one of my warm-up videos on my YouTube channel if you're not yet warm. But if you are, if you just come down to your mat for me and we're going to get straight into it, I'm just going to use a little towel underneath my head just because I've got my hair in a low bun and I want to make sure my spine is aligned correctly. So when you're ready, you are flat on your back, your knees are bent up. You're going to put your right foot on top of your Pilates block. Make sure that you're comfortable. Your knees are bent up to the ceiling, your core is engaged, and your foot is firmly flat on that block. And to start with, we're just going to lift up into a bridge. So rolling up those hips for me. And when you're up there, you're going to lift your left leg into tabletop. We're just going to tap our toes down and lift it back to tabletop. So keep going with this movement, keeping those hips high. Your key here is to keep your core engaged, keep breathing, and really concentrate on keeping those hips lifted. If you can't tap your foot all the way down, it's totally fine to just lower it. Do not lose that core. Really good. You just have 10 of these. On your 10th, I'd like you to extend your leg. We're just going to drop our leg down slightly and back up with a nice extended leg. So make sure you're following along with me at the same time, keeping those hips high, keep breathing, core engaged, engaging those glutes, nice and strong, looking brilliant. We're almost there. We have 10 of these also. And this is your last one. And just lower those hips down carefully. Just pull your legs in towards your chest for a moment. And just take a couple of deep breaths. Of course, we are going to do this all on the other side. So when you're ready, if you just push that Pilates block now underneath your left foot, firmly on the block, knees still bent, facing the ceiling, feet flat on the floor. And we're going to go again, so make sure your core is engaged. You inhale to prepare. And then you're going to lift your hips up off the floor, and now your right leg is going to lift to tabletop, and we're going to tap down and lift up. You got 10 of these. Off you go. Keep it going. Don't let those hips drop. You're aiming for a nice straight line from that supporting knee to your shoulder. Keep it going. I know it's a killer. Keep those glutes engaged, glutes lifted. And we're going to extend. Now we'll drop the leg and back up. You don't have to drop it too low. Do not let those hips dip. Keep them nice and high while you're doing this movement. Keep breathing. It will help. You are almost there. Looking good. Nice and strong. This is your last one. And drop those hips down. Again, pull your legs in towards your chest for me. And just give yourself a moment, take a couple of deep breaths there. Really well done. I know that can be so challenging, but we did it together. We're going to keep going. So when you're ready, if you just come up with your Pilates block for me and just place it between your knees. Again, knees to the ceiling bent, and then just lay back down for me. And we're just going to gently do that same kind of drop into the mat movement, but with both legs. So we're just touching down both legs here, keeping the core engaged. You do not have to touch the mat. You are just dropping those legs down till you feel a really strong pinch in that core. Do not allow the back to arch. Keep it going. Keep your knees nipped together, holding onto that Pilates block so it doesn't drop. Keep breathing there. Really well done. Now we're going to progress this slightly. So we're going to lift our hips up off the floor on the way up. So tapping down, lift those hips and roll down. Tap, lift and roll down. Just increasing the intensity here in the abdominals. It is just the lower body, the hips just lifting off the floor, keeping our knees up towards our chest and holding onto that Pilates block. Really well done. Your abdominals should be screaming at you, but keep breathing. You are almost there. Well done. You can remove that Pilates block a moment and just hug your knees in towards your chest again. Just take a moment, a couple of deep breaths. Well done. And when you're ready for me, if you just come up to a seated position now and just grab some weights if you have them. These are just the 1 kg weights. If you don't, it's fine. You can do this either without, or you can grab yourself a tin of beans or something heavier if you wish. We're going to place our Pilates block now at the very base of our spine, where your coccyx bone is, and lay back down onto the mat as we were before, with our knees bent up and our feet flat on the floor. So your pelvis is slightly raised. You can take your 1 kg hand weights into your hands and raise them out in front of you at shoulder height. We are just going to lift both legs off to a tabletop. Extend those legs so they are straight, and we're just going to do one leg and one arm. Opposite arm to leg is just going to drop down. So the leg down, the hand weight above your head. Just got this for 10. This can be really challenging for your coordination, so just take your time with this. There's absolutely no rush here. Really think about the opposite arm to leg going down. But as we're doing this movement, notice that our hips are raised. So we want to really engage that core. Do not allow your back to arch here. And when we've done 10, we are now going to keep both legs together, drop them down, and our arms out to the side. So we're dropping our arms out as our legs go down. Again, do not drop those legs too low if you lose your core, only to where your core is remaining engaged. Keep breathing. You're doing really well. I know this is so challenging, but it is great for building strength in our abdominals, in our core, and also improving our coordination and strengthen our arms. You are almost there. Well done, you absolutely smashed it. You can drop those weights down for me. Just remove the Pilates block from underneath your hips and just turn over on your mat for me into a nice cobra stretch so we can stretch out those abdominals, and just give ourselves a moment there to take some nice deep breaths and enjoy how this stretch feels. And just pull back into a nice shell stretch for me when you're ready. Just stretching those arms out across the mat and taking a few deep breaths. And just come to a seated position for me. We are just going to stretch out our glutes. So I'd just like you to place your right ankle over the top of your left knee. Open that knee out and just sit forward into that. Feel that nice glute stretch down the right glute. You should be feeling that. And swap it over when you're ready. So your left ankle over the top of your right knee and open out that knee, bringing the foot towards the chest. Take a few deep breaths. You can just pop your Pilates block and your weights out of the way for me, and just take one last big inhale for me and bring your hands down to your heart center. Well done. Thank you for joining me on your mat today. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again shortly.